You're watching this right now because you're either struggling to find an offer that actually works for a niche that you're passionate in, or you're feeling like you're not making enough money in your 9 to 5, or you've been trying all these digital side hustles online in order for you to make multiple streams of income and you're just confused after maintaining all of that information that you watched. Now, I'm here to tell you, I'm here to clear up all that confusion, okay? Because I'm going to show you principles that actually work for my life, not some video that I watched that I just learned about and I'm retaining and repeating that information. I'm passionate about this because I know it deep in my heart that this has worked for me. It's working for me, and I'm doing it right now on YouTube as I speak with this channel to show you that it's possible. Now, I've made over 6 figures online already with social media. I have then now made a YouTube, and I'm showing you how I'm going to do it. So the question is, though, what is the easiest digital side hustle that you can use to make money online with AI? Let's get into it. I'm going to show you these principles, okay? Principle number 1 is get rich quick. You know that saying, get rich quick? Yeah, it's actually crazy. You're not wrong. Your skepticism is 100% correct. You should not want to get rich quick because it's not maintainable. All right? Here's the thing. You want to make sure the money that you're already making, you can just get it faster. If you make $50,000 a year, how can we make you make $50,000 in 6 months instead of taking a year? Now, that's a fun question because making $50,000 in 6 months ain't rich. It's not. That just means you're making $100,000 a year. Here's the thing. If you could make money faster that you're already making, but you're making it faster, how would your life change? Now, I want to put this into perspective for you because I was actually working a job a couple of years ago that was paying me $10 every hour. Now, they limited the hours, but let's just say that I literally would make $1,000 a month. That means I was making $500 every 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not a lot of money, right? Here's the truth. There was a point in time where I was working that job that I had to look for other sources to make money online. And I found out how to make money online through creating content. From putting my knowledge, my skills, my passion into content that helped people go from point A to point B. And bridging the gap, guess what? I was making $1,000 a week. That job I had, I let go eventually, but it all started with me creating content. And so I tell you this because you need to find a vehicle that makes you the money you already make faster. The way we do this is by subtracting time from what you're doing to make money right now. Jay, what do you mean by this? I'm glad you asked. If you're working a job, you're working a 9 to 5, you clock in Monday through Friday. But what if I told you that creating content for a 10-minute or 15-minute video was going to last on the internet forever? That way, whenever anybody had a problem, they would just search up the solution that you hold in your video, and they would get the solution every time, replaying you over and over and over again. Now, what if you offered something that was a $500 investment, and they bought it because they watched your video while you're asleep, eating ice cream, out with your kids, out with your family? Like, you understand the power of creating content? I was able to go from making $1,000 a month to making $1,000 a week because I started posting content. Hey, if you've been struggling to get views or build subscribers or even know what niche to start in, or maybe you're just feeling like a beginner and you're not feeling confident, well, I want to let you know I've created a private community just for you called the Passion of Profit Community, where I'm going to be solving all of your problems so you can be able to get freedom and make money online through creating content you're passionate about, things that you're knowledgeable about, that you've already known about, that you can share with others, solve their problems, and be able to make a great amount of money with, creating a life of freedom for you and your loved ones. All right. So the way you can join is by commenting the word passion in the comment section down below, and I'll reply back personally giving you the link, or you can just find it in the description down below. Either or, it doesn't matter. I'll see you inside the community. Let's get back to the video. I was able to go from making $1,000 a month to making $1,000 a week because I started posting content. That's principle number 1. You need to find the right vehicle that makes you money that you already make, but make it faster. Now, principle number 2 is going to allow you to understand how to make this money on auto, which is posting content is like owning a self-driving car. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love Tesla. I love Tesla cars. They're the coolest thing in the world. I'm a nerd at heart. Here's the thing. There was this first time where I had test drove a Tesla, and I was showing my dad like all the features of like driving throughout the road and stopping at red lights, turning right on red, parking itself. It was so cool. But he was like terrified. He was like, what? It's driving me like 40 miles per hour. It was crazy, right? You want your content to be working for you on autopilot. Now, here's the thing. When you post content that helps people go from pain to a painless destination, you are helping them get there on autopilot. Jay, what do you mean by that? They don't have to go through the same problems and the struggles and the failures that you went through in order for them to get to where they want to be. I know that I said that fast, but I'm passionate about what I say. So if you need to replay it, replay it. I'm telling you, when you help someone that is in pain, for example, if someone has back pain and you are a physical therapist, you don't have to crack their back in order to help them. You could make a video that packages up all the little back exercises that you know to identify what their problem may be and what they could try out at home in order for them to get out of the back pain. And now they're out of back pain. And guess what? They're at the destination that they want to be. The desired destination is the painless back pain, or the pain that they don't have in their back anymore. And you made the video once. Are you kidding me? So you need to put it on a platform that actually works on autopilot. We're going to dig a little deeper here. Do not do this on Instagram. Do not do this on TikTok right now. The best platform right now, in my own experience, is YouTube. Why? Because people actually search things up on YouTube. Yeah, they do it on the other platforms. People say that all the time. But let's be honest. YouTube was the first platform. It's literally the grandfather of these social media platforms. YouTube was built on how to blah, 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 blah. Did you know Google owns YouTube, by the way? So if Google is the biggest search engine in the world, then why wouldn't YouTube be a part of that search engine? It is. And even though TikTok and Instagram, they say they're search engines, great. But they're search engines for short form content. Even when you make content on these other platforms, they're short form content, meaning people are looking for the quickest answers. The problem is the people who are mostly invested, the people who are going to want to pay you attention, longer attention, and pay you money are the people who are more committed. When we're committed to something, we want to pay. When you're not committed, we have to be convinced to pay. You don't want to have to convince anybody to pay. You want people to be like, man, he or she has helped me out so much with this back pain. My gosh, I can only imagine what's in their digital product or their community. All right. So you want to make sure that you post content that helps people go from pain to a painless destination. Principle number 3 is relying on a platform is like relying on a job. Okay. Relying on a platform is like relying on a job. Now, this is going to contradict what I've been saying so far, but I want you to hear me out loud and clear. Posting content is okay. Posting on YouTube is great. The problem is you're still relying on a platform. You see, there was a time where I was working that IT job I told you about, where I was getting paid $10 an hour a couple years ago. The way that my job had forced me to look for a way to make more money faster was when they told me, hey, Jay, so we ran out of money from the government, and y'all forget the special effects. That's the Apple computer. I got to turn that effect off. But yeah, they were telling me, they're like, hey, Jay, we ran out of funding from the government. So we're going to hit you back up in about a month when we get that money to come back in, and then we can start paying you. So I was out of getting paid. I was out of a paycheck for 6 weeks. So I had to find a way. You know how I found a way? I hired a mentor online. I paid him over $12,000 over time, over the span of 2 years. So I say all that to say that you need to understand that relying on a platform is the same thing as relying on a job. It has ups and it has downs. Okay. We know if you've worked in a 9 to 5 long enough, you know that the jobs can be wishy-washy. You got overtime. You don't have overtime. People are getting laid off. Oh, let me make sure I stay on my toes because I don't want to get laid off. You don't want to play that game. Even if you have your degree. Yeah, people flex. Oh, nobody can take your degree. But they can take your job that you're relying on, especially if that's your only reliable source of income. You don't want to be in that scarcity mindset. All right. So you want to make sure that you have multiple streams of income. Here's the thing. You need to protect yourself by having a platform outside of YouTube, which means you need to own an online community that people can join separately. People do this all the time on YouTube when they say, oh, you can join my Patreon. You can join my Buy My Coffee. You can join my school community. You can join my Facebook group. It's another platform that's online that they're congregating the people who are already invested in them with watching their videos. And they're saying, come join over here. Because it's not just a safety net, but it's also a place where you can give more value than just creating pre-recorded videos. Like, for example, in my Passion to Profit community, I actually give you the technical skills in order for you to turn your passion into profit with YouTube and with social media to get freedom. Because I've been in the online space for over 5 years. There's some things I can't show on YouTube because the YouTube algorithm ain't gonna push it. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I gotta give the YouTube algorithm what it wants, which is what you want to see at the moment. And then once you watch my videos and you're like, I like the way he teaches, let me see what more he has to offer. And you join my private community. And you get in, and guess what? It's even more value because you're actually having tactical steps and more access to me. You see how beautiful that works? So now if YouTube wants to crash out, or if somebody hacks my YouTube, Lord forbid, then guess what? I got my online community. And I have my people, my congregation, my people who know that I have value to give and help to give to help them get out of pain to get to a desired destination. They are following me on a whole nother platform when they go on YouTube and when they go on that online community. Does that make sense? All right. Principle number 4 is you want to build a paid product with AI that solves the problem for people in your community. This is where you're going to strongly want to use AI, but not to replace you. The reason why I say this is because, everybody can use AI. You know what they can't use though? What you got up here, your stories, your experience, your expertise. AI is only what you can input into it right now. So here's the truth. There was a time where I was an online fitness coach. I built a community and I also built custom programs. Now, when AI got released back in like 2020, I might be wrong. Whatever. There was a time where I was an online fitness coach and I was making like $4,000 or $5,000 a month off of my private community and giving out online fitness programs. And when GPT got released, one of my students was like, Coach Jay, like AI is out. I can use AI now to write my custom program and write a meal plan. And I was like, yeah, you can. But here's the thing. That information has always been accessible. You see, GPT will create answers off of information that's already been fed through the internet or through other human beings. But the problem is you could have looked that up on Google and YouTube long before AI. The problem is you needed accountability. You needed a community. You needed a different surrounding of friends online to help encourage you to stay consistent, to keep your head up, to build connections, to be around people who are actually rewarding you for going to the gym instead of saying, man, just hop on the game. You get what I'm saying here? Man, why don't you just come out? Man, why don't you have a few drinks? You need to be rewarded around people who are having the same goals and intentions and targets as you. So the community, AI can't give you that. There's certain things that AI can't give you. Can't give you a coach. The AI is fake. It's a fake coach. It's a program. What about that human connection? So I tell you that we're going to use AI as a tool, not as a replacement. So that's how I was able to use AI, making over 6 figures online. I was able to use it as a tool to write custom programs for my students, yes, but the community, the connections, the networking, the rewarding, the the compassion that a human being could bring on a Zoom call versus AI, that can't be made with AI, at least not right now. So you want to use AI to build that out. That's why I say community is going to serve you best, especially in this AI-driven world we live in now. It can write an ebook in seconds. So you got to create things that are more valuable. But you know what that means also? You can also make more money a lot quicker. And they're going to get a lot more value by having a genuine connection to you. Okay? And that's why I say join my passion to profit community. All right? Because I'm going to show you what it takes in order for you to turn your passion into profit, to get freedom, to not have to go viral, to not have to worry about if you are having the right offer with the right niche. Because I make mistakes. I've made mistakes. You heard me stumble across some of my words in this video, but that's just show you that I'm human too. And then if I can do it, you can too. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do it if you're not following the strategies I'm showing you in the Passion to Profit community. All right. So join down below and I'll see you in the next video. All right. I'm out. Peace.